Hello, I'm Mystical, this is Misstical Gaming. We're back into Watcher of Realms, and if you've been following the channel or my game along, then you'll know that I've just cleared gear age 319 and I've been farming that up. So I've now got some bits of gear that are from Infernal Roar, and I've got some bits from Soulbound Arcana. I'm still farming it at the moment, and then later on we'll go through it and have a cleanse and all that sort of stuff and see if I've got anything good. Okay, so it appears we've got one nice piece, but I don't know what this does or how it works. So I thought this would be a good time to test it. Then, while I've got loads of stuff that isn't rolled up, and I've probably got loads of horrible stuff, it'd be much easier to see what it does and who it works on. So, Infernal Roar, 3 pieces, and it's basic attack damage plus 40%. So who's got a basic attack and who hasn't? And how do we know? I suppose is fundamentally the question. So here's someone absolutely believes that Setram should be in an Infernal Roar piece. Someone else, Setram, Infernal Roar. Setram, Infernal Roar. So we get the picture that Setram apparently is very good in Infernal Roar. Silas apparently is, so there is a way that people say that it's a really good set and therefore certain people should be in it, but who should be in it and how do we know? That is very much the question, and we're going to have a look today. Let's go and see how we find out, or how we know who's good in what. Do we just scan other people's, or can we know? Let's start off with our favourite champ, obviously Deimos. So, skills. Your first skill is your basic attack. You know it's a basic attack, it says so right here. On anyone you choose, first one, first attack, basic attack. Basic attack, says so. Happy days. So we know everyone does a basic attack. It's just whether the other abilities increase the basic attack and therefore get a bonus from our set, or not. Or whether they aren't. So is this a basic attack? Ancestral Presence increases HP, increases attack and defense. Each basic attack lands 4 consecutive strikes. So it appears it buffs his basic attack. Does it still class as a basic attack? We don't know. Are we going to find out? Absolutely, we're going to find out. So what have we got? Flat defense, that looks good. Do like a flat defense piece. Flat defense, there we go, get in. And now we know what we're looking for. Another flat defense piece. So this is a set we've got on our Deimos. We've got 2 pieces of set we want, and we've got 1 piece of Soulbound Arcana. That would take away our ability to have the set bonus, and then we want it, we can slot in a flat defense from Infernal Roar again, and that gives our set bonus, and then we can go from there. So let's put him in and see what he does against the guild boss. T5, and there his damage starts to ramp up. Let's speed this up. We're not overly interested in the damage that he does on his basic attack. We already know his basic attack is going to do damage, and we already know it will go up by 40%. Theoretically, we'll have a quick check. 2,126 is the highest I've seen. There it is. Right, come on, let's get your ultimate up. Wait for the boss to finish sleeping, then we'll trigger your ultimate and we'll see how we get on from there. Here we go, boss is up, ultimate's triggered. 2325, 256, 25, and then it's still climbing up now. Where will it settle? At the top end, 3240 towards his ultimate ending. Defense on, absolutely no changes in him, so that's all good, although we now have the set bonus. We're expecting his end sort of hits prior to the ultimate to go to around 2,976, 77, something like that. We're expecting his ultimate to end up, instead of the 3,240, we're expecting that to shoot up to just over 4,500. So let's get towards the end here. So 2976, yeah, that's what we're expecting, and that's what we hit. So his basic attack does get an increase of 40%, does exactly like it says on the tin. Brilliant. Now the question becomes, does it affect his ultimate? Now once the boss has finished sleeping, trigger the ultimate, there it is, yeah, and now we're hitting for 4,500. There's the 4,500 again, happy days. There we are. So he does hit during his ultimate is affected by it. Now that's good news, although relatively easy to assume that, because his ultimate does say, that says basic attack, and this says basic attack. Okay, now Idril, she has a basic attack. Each attack deals 80% damage, 2 times targeting airborne units first. And the next skill is a passive. Each time an ally casts their ultimate, the next hero's attack will do 100% increased damage. Airborne units take an extra 70% damage instead. We won't have any. And then we've got limitless shot. During the skill effect, each basic attack fires 3 consecutive shots. So again, she mentions basic attack, so she should be absolutely fantastic. So there's our Idril placed down in our flat defense gear, and we will chuck her in. Let's see what Idril does. Get rid of you. Now it's easy to see what Idril's basic hits for 2,163. We're happy with that. It's an ultimate the first few shots on that, and it's a attack 2 after someone else has used their ultimate. She fires off 3 shots, so we'll have to be quick on the mark to see if we can find out what they are. And we also want to know if they get the 4 additional 40% boost as well. So here we go. Ultimate hits for 4,563, and then we're back into big ranged basic attacks, which we're now back to the 2,163, so we're happy with that. We're now just waiting for a vortex. I should have picked someone with a quicker ultimate to come up. There you go. Oh, now we're going to wait for the boss, aren't we? Well, let's speed this up while we wait for the boss to wake up. So her next attack passive happens after I use an ultimate. She'll fire 3 shots. 3,964. 3,964. Now let's go and swap around. So we've now got base attack plus 40% damage, and looking at our skills, so we want to know if firing 3 consecutive shots to one enemy, each dealing 80% damage. That's her ultimate. During the ultimate attack, the hero's attack range becomes unlimited and attacks no longer prioritise airborne units, but each basic attack. So theoretically we should get the 80%, and of that we should get another 40% on top of it. Each time an ally casts their ultimate, the hero's next attack will do 100% increased damage. Airborne units take 7% instead. Okay, so let's go and have a look. So we're now expecting our basics to hit for 3,028. So let's see if that's the case, and it should be. Absolutely not worried about this part at all. 3,028. There we go. Now we're just waiting on our ultimate, and our ultimate should now jump to 6,391. 6,391, exactly as expected. But it's only those first few hits, then we're back down to basics with the long range. And when the boss wakes up, we trigger array 2, and we're expecting to hit for 5,550-ish. 5,550, boom. So all her attacks are basic attacks. This is brilliant. It's a good set for her. So here's our Valkyra. Let's have a look at her skills. Basic attack. Done. Sorted. We're happy with that. It's a basic attack. It will go up. Also, increases attack. So it just increases the attack. So surely we should get that. Increase that by 4% after every 18 seconds up to 8 times. The effect is permanent, so her attack should slowly increase all the time. That's a basic attack. Immediately revives someone, and that's not going to do anything for us. And ultimate increases damage by 40% for 20 seconds, consumes any shield the hero has at present, increasing attack range by 1, attack speed by 100, and damage by up to 100% based on the strength of the shield. Okay, well, She'll probably have a shield because she's got Vortex there, so we expect to see the damage go up. 4,436, that's what we hit for. So now we hit for 4,617 by the looks of it. No, 4,797. Now we just wait for the boss to stop sleeping. And we're at 2 stacks, so we hit for 5,156, 5,158. Right. 6,000, if you could stop moving, well, 6,229, 6,229. Okay, so let's jump straight in. We should automatically be hitting for 6,240, and that should slowly start ramping up for us. Oh, can't read my own writing, is 6,210, my bad. When she gets her first shield up, or cross going up around her, she should then start hitting for 6,700, I think it is. There's the boss's shield, there's the boss's sleep. So let's get this done. Here we go. Boss wakes up. And we should then start hitting for 7,200. 7,200. Hit our ultimate, and we should jump to 8,000. There we go, 8,000. There's another 8k hit. 8k hit. $8,720 with our 3 stacks on. So there's the 3 stacks. Happy days, that's alright. So she hits all basic attacks as well. There are only expansions on her basic attack. Now everywhere we go we can see Setram is fully doled out in this. So there's his basic attack, deals 120% damage, so 40% of that is going to be nicer. His passive increases all damage by 15%, shielded targets take 50% extra damage, and the hero attacks one target multiple times, increasing crit rate by 1%, crit damage by 2%, each time for 5 seconds. The effect stacks up to 22 times. And here's our ultimate. Right, he switches to Fortress stance and increases attack range for 15 seconds. During the skill, constantly bombards targets with a continuous attack that deals 25% damage and gradually increases attack speed. And it's overloaded when reached the attack speed limit. Self-repair after 8 seconds. So we know what he does. We're all happy with Setram. Okay, so we want to find out how much damage he does. $5,844 for his normal attack, and there's his talent, 6,818, so 5.8, there we go. Now let's see what he attacks for. There's the talent going off again, nicely done, and there's the normal attack. Now what is your ultimate hit for? Well, that's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to look at there, is it? So there we go, straight away we can see that both his basic attack, which we're expecting, and his talent both get the 40% bonus. Now we're just waiting for the tick over on his ultimate, and then we'll play around with pause and slow time and freeze framing and that sort of stuff, and we'll actually see if we can get some pictures on his ultimate going off. There's his ultimate, yes, absolutely, 100%. That is ticking over for more than it was last time, and there's the fight, yes. So his ultimate gets it as well. Well done, Setram, happy days, you are a beast. So here's our naked Nyx, and let's give this a go then, shall we? We know what we're looking for, we're after flat defense, that's the way ahead. That's how you get your damage. So let's have a look at our skills. Basic attack, we're expecting to do that. Winner. No issues there. When detonating multiple bombs, increases blast damage by 25% and the blast radius at the same time. Don't see any reason why we won't get that off. Passive, when the dagger will return to the caster's hand, dealing AoE damage to enemies on the path. Whether that will include the boss one time as it comes back down, I don't know. And there's the ultimate. After damaging an enemy, deals AoE damage equal to 60% of attack 3 times. It's just of attack, so is this the basis of where we're saying that this isn't an additional skill? So this is a bit tricky. Through the joys of freeze framing things, when you're looking at stuff, she does 3,380 and then she does another 1,229 in that hit. That's what she's generically hitting for, but the numbers come up overlapping each other, so it's a little tricky to tell here. Now unfortunately she managed to time her ultimate just as the boss's shield goes up, so what we're going to do is we'll fast forward until the boss is awake again. So I finally managed to get a good view on Nyx's damage. She hits for 1,690, 2,459 and then 3,226. So the first lot of basic attacks we're expecting her to hit for 1,720 and 4,732. So let's see if that's happening. Yes, there's a 4,000, there's the 1,000, so we know a normal basic attack is hitting for that amount. Nice and easy there. The rest of it is going to be somewhat trickier. Right, let's speed up and I'll see when the boss has woken up again. Alright, the boss is just about to wake up and we'll trigger her ultimate. Now we're expecting to see 2,366. Then I think the bomb explodes for 3,442. Then it hits on the way back out, I think, for 4,656. I think, but seeing all that's going to be a bit tricky. So this is the best shot of Nyx's ultimate I've got going off. The first hit hits for 2,366, that's the extra 40%. The second hit hits for the 3,442, and the last hit hits for 4,517. All of those are getting the 40% attack damage increase. So I cannot find a champion this doesn't work on. Let's find out. Let's find out if this works as well, because as far as I can see, this set works with everyone. 3166, 3166 and 905. Now we're still hitting for the same, but we've got 3 lots of 905 going up. 3166, 905. Right. Now the question is, does her additional little mob hit for 905 or will it hit for 1267? Oh, that's coming up. And then we get a little friend. So the little friend doesn't get it, but she very much does. That's the closest I can find to someone not working. Let's see if there is anyone else that it doesn't work on. So our basics are 2-6. There's our big firebally thing. 2607, and our mass hits for 466. So here we go, this splits it. So again, much the same as the ad that lizard woman, swimmer lizardy woman, oh, I forget her name, it'll come back to me. So as much as her summoned creatures didn't do additional damage, we're not getting any additional damage from the AoE pool at the bottom. Everything else pretty much counting on additional damage. When his ultimate ends, deals 700 damage to all enemies in range, so that should be up as well then. When Ocean's Clutch ends, his ultimate enhances the hero's talent. Each basic attack launched has a 30% chance of generating 2 soul-eating fish. Attacks one enemy with the highest percentage. So I think this is a new thing, like a new summon thing, like a pool that does pool of poison, or a new creature that deals damage. So I don't think this will be affected by it. However, I think his basic will, his ultimate will be. Okay, so his basic should be, and his ultimate should be. That's what we're thinking, but the fish that he summons won't be. We finally getting a handle on this. $3,325. I like it when you're nice and simple. $21,164. And we summoned some fish that did 6,064 damage, didn't we? $4,655 we're expecting. We're now expecting 29,000 from the AoE, and we're going to see if the fish do 6,000 or 8,400. Who knows? So I want an easier way to find out if anyone else is getting it, with the exception of passing gear around. So that's the tricky part. I don't want to pass gear around. I want to know if their basic attacks are working. Now, I've got a lot of other people I want to test. So it's going to take me a long time to work through everyone. That's part of the issue I'm going to have. There's my sort of control. I've got 3 more deployable units. Stick in a last. And then the way to actually check, I think, is stick down the Valkyra. Now we can see there's your basic attack, there's your basic attack. Everyone heals on their basic attack. So as they do a basic attack, they heal, and you can see there's the tick over, he's getting healed. So he gets healed on this tick over. No idea what Raph's doing, he's healing himself all over the place. So Abomination is healing himself. Maul heals himself. Maul, do you heal there? Don't heal on your ultimate. You heal on your ultimate, Lust? Yes, you heal on your ultimate. See, we can. Do you heal on your ultimate? Absolutely, we're not. We know the result from this. No healing gone up whatsoever. Alistair, do you heal on your ultimate? Let's pop it and find out. Yes, continuous damage, continuous heal. There we go. So there is a quicker way to find out for you. You can just took Valkyra in your team, lay it down and see who heals when. That's the trick. That's the easier way to do it than the way I've been doing it. But I needed a control method to find out, and there is a way for you to find out if your heroes are going to work using their basic attack. So, to the star of the show, without doubt, is the young lady Valkyra. Her skill: each base attack launched by a hero restores 6% HP, and each base attack launched by allies restores 1% HP. So put her down, and we can see that passive rocking off in the background, and you can see who's going to benefit from Infernal Roar and if their ultimates are going to work, and you can do your own testing really easily. Loads easier than I've done it. But that being said, I do need views, so what are you going to do? Could you hit the thumbs up? Could you hit the like and subscribe? It took a bit of time to work all this out for me, so, and looking through champions as well, so it would be helpful, and it would help me grow, and it would also help you learn things like this little trick if you want to find out if your Infernal Roar works or not. Thank you very much for your time. I'll catch you all in the next video. See you all soon. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and like and subscribe. Bye.